Blog Talk Radio.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Sunny D. I'm here tonight with the part 2 of the divide of men and women. I got the co-host Clint on the line. And
hey, how y'all doing?
I'm sorry. And we have a guest host. Guest host, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Kenya, and I'm going to be the guest host for tonight.
Yeah, Jabril is off somewhere. We don't know. So we got our guest host coming, hanging out with us tonight, and we're going to finish our discussion from last week. So hope you guys tune in. If you want to join in the conversation, call us at 657-383-1155, and always we're looking for people to chime in and join in on the conversation. So take it away, Clint.
Well, last week where we ended at, we was basically talking about parenting. How when the burden usually falls on the mother when the child is born, and I felt as though that the burden shouldn't just fall on the mother. I felt as though we should hold the man accountable and be held to the same standard, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because I remember we was discussing about how, you know, a lot of relationships out here, a lot of children are being born from people who really didn't build a relationship between themselves. They just so happen to have a physical attraction to each other, and they had a baby, and then the mother is left with the responsibility, and the father could come and go as he pleased. I felt as though, as a community, we should hold man accountable. You know what I mean? And not give them a pass and just saying that the burden falls on the woman, or the responsibility solely falls on the woman. You know what I mean? I think to bridge that gap, I think we got to start holding each other accountable. You know what I mean? And to higher standards. That's just how I see it.
Absolutely.
I agree. I feel like Kenya brought up on the last show that with mothers, we find that, you know, we carry the baby. So at the end of the day, we have to be responsible. We are held at a higher accountability than it is men, because we actually brought this baby into the world. You know, like pushed the baby out, whether you had a C-section, however the baby came out, we brought that life into this world. So we can't just up and say, you know what, I don't want to be responsible and leave. But then again, you have some mothers that do that, but for the ones that don't, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's rare, but it's more often than not, the mom is always there, you know?
Yeah. Which is
where
true.
the father can get up and say, you know what, I didn't want to have a baby, so let me just leave. Because I didn't want to have it in the first place, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get off topic, but I'll present this question. I've heard this before in a few conversations on social networks, and so I'm curious to what other people think about it. What about when you're in a situation and the male has made it very clear that he does not want a child? Now, although he is practicing sex in a way that would still conceive a child, and the woman is allowing it, when they do end up pregnant, and he's just like, and I said I didn't want a child, and, he wants her to terminate the pregnancy, but she does not want to. Do you feel like he should still be held to the same standard?
Yes, because
or do you feel like if he's making it clear that he doesn't want to be a father, although he's not, he's saying one thing, but he's doing something else? And, of course, we all know the only surefire way to not have a child is to practice abstinence. Not even, protection is always 100% either. But in an instance like that, do you feel he should still be held to that standard, or is she in a situation where, since he's already said he didn't want it, she has to deal with it on her own?
I'm going to let Sarita answer, then I'll respond after her.
Okay, well, I feel like this. If you don't want to have, and the crazy part about it was I was watching Bill Cunningham said because I was home this last couple of days, and it was a paternity test, and the guy was like, oh, I didn't want a baby, blah, 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 this, that, and third, and she knew I didn't want a baby. So he frankly said to him, like, well, if you don't want a baby, why not use a condom or not have sex at all? Like, if you don't want to have a baby with the person that you're sleeping with, then either not sleep with them or wrap it up. Like, do something to protect yourself from not having a kid. You can't say, oh, I don't want a kid, not use a condom, and then something happens, you say, oh, well, I said I didn't want a kid in the first place. If you really didn't want a kid, put a condom on or just not have sex with them because you don't feel like they're worthy enough to carry your child. Like, she can't be at fault because, you know what, she decides her body that she know I don't want to have an abortion. I laid down and had this baby, so I'm going to have this baby, and I didn't do it myself. You assisted me, and you chose not to use a condom. Mm-hmm. You know? So if you don't want a baby, if either one, if I don't want a baby and this guy wants a baby, either we not having sex or I'm birth control something, we doing condoms, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to have anybody. Or, you know, I'm not going to just say, oh, I don't have a baby. Okay, but you don't have to use condoms, but I really don't want a baby. That makes no sense. That's an oxymoron.
Right.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree that, now, I mean, the man, if he know he doesn't want to have a child, he should use some sort of contraceptive, now, I mean, birth control. On the same note, she just is to blame as well because, as you stated, she knew up front, he let it be known that he didn't want to have a child. Now, she still proceeded to have sex with him unprotected. You feel me? So it takes two to tango.
Yeah.
So at some point, she got to realize in her mind, like, okay, he don't want to have a child. If I end up getting pregnant, I'm gonna be stuck. So if I'm going to proceed to have sex with him, let me protect my end. Let me use some birth control. Mm-hmm. Or flat out don't have sex with him.
Amen.
Now, I mean, that's simple. Now, I mean, that's what it basically comes down to.
Like, put something on.
Exactly.
It's not just, that's the crazy part, it's not just about not getting pregnant. Like, you got AIDS, you got every type of STD or STI, what they want to call it now. There's so much shit going on. It's part of my language, but, like, if you don't want to have anything, protect yourself. You can't say, oh, well, like, and I get what you're saying, Clint, because he told her that. But at the same thing, I hold them both at the same plateau. Nobody's higher, nobody's low. You're both equally responsible for that because guess what? You both knew it. You told her. You heard him say it. Both of y'all should have been more responsible to say, okay, well, since you don't want to have a baby and neither do I, or you don't have a baby and if I feel like I get pregnant, blah, like, have that discussion and then decide what you're going to do. Put a condom on, both of y'all. Do something. Don't just not do anything and say, oh, well, what I told you. If he told me, then your action should have been the same. Your action should have matched your word, both of them. You heard what you said. You as a female are hearing, you know what, I don't want to have a baby. Okay, you know, let him not have sex with a condom on. That's the quickest way to have a baby.
Exactly.
So you got to be smart.
I think it all comes back to everything borders on communication.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like, you gotta. Now, I mean, both sides can't just be talking to each other. They gotta communicate with each other. They gotta come to some type of understanding. If no understanding is there, no compromise is there, then I mean, you just can't go off of what you feel.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, and having protected sex, unprotected sex, not wanting a child, well then, I mean, you's a fool.
Yeah.
You's a fool. Now, I mean, so you can't get mad at her, but at the same time, now, I mean, she got garner some of that responsibility as well. Yeah. Now, I mean, she should make him wear something or take birth control herself. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but then again, you got to look at it like this: all birth control ain't 100%.
True indeed. True indeed.
So, I mean, you could be like. You could be on a lot of things. You can use condoms. Like, realistically, you got to think about it like this. If you don't have a baby, like, say if we're sleeping together and I don't have a baby by you, we not be sleeping together at all.
Exactly.
Because if I don't want to have a kid by you, why are we even doing that?
Exactly.
Right. You know, because it's chances of everything. So why even You know what I'm saying? And you got to make
Right.
better decisions and understand that. But for your actions, here's the consequences. And some consequences for people are realer than others. So you need to be smart and understand. And like even relationships as a whole, when you listen to these people, like if you're in a dating field and listen to people talk to you, and you're listening to a potential person that you're possibly going to date, listen to what they're saying to you. Not only listen to what they're saying to you, listen to their actions. People read into what they want to read into, see what they want to see, and hear what they want to hear, and they're missing the big major point. Like, and it kind of brings me to a situation where I think of one of my friends went through. She had a baby. Well, this guy had kids with someone else. She decided I love him, whatever. Their relationship was rocky. Now they have kids, and it's a deadbeat situation. Like you got to look at his previous relationship. Understand what happened there. See what's on.
And I guess as women, a lot of times we see the red flags, and I'm sure this has happened with guys as well. You know, when they're dealing with females, and then later they're like, oh, she's crazy, and those kind of things of that nature. And I get that sometimes you're dealing with someone, and as time passes, things change. They change. And sometimes they turn out to be the total opposite of the person you've known for so many years. It happens. And I think that, as I stated last week, there's just too many instances where there is nothing more than a physical attraction. If you are talking to someone or dating someone or whatever people are calling it these days, and you guys can't have a conversation outside of sex, if you can't, if he can't answer a question of what do you see yourself in 5 years, if there isn't something that could intellectually, stimulate you, then more than likely it's going to be a relationship on any level. I don't care what other conversation you can talk about. It doesn't have to be politics or religion or anything like that. But if he couldn't stimulate you in some other way, then more than likely it would be a relationship of just friends with benefits. So if a baby comes out of that, and it's like, oh, he doesn't take care of his child, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. The odd thing about it is I do see quite a few women who are having children with men who already have children, and they've never seen them with a child. So it's just kind of weird for me where I'm like, well, what kind of father is he? I don't know. I mean, he has a son. Have you ever seen him? No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's too soon for him to introduce me to him. And yeah, maybe, but have you seen him with his son?
Yeah.
And you have to see that. Yeah. Period. You have to see how they interact with children. You have to see how they interact with women. A lot of times these guys they get physical. A number of things can happen, out of that. So when you,
not to cut you off, let me ask you all a question, because it's been said for the old cliche, first impressions are everything. Now with me, I never bought into that. You know what I mean? I never believed first impressions are anything, because because at the end of the day, that's all you're trying to do is impress me. You're putting up a front. Now, I mean, you're not letting me know the real you from the door. I won't know the real you until like over a period of time, till we have multiple conversations. Now, I mean, so do y'all believe first impressions mean something?
No, I to an extent I do, but not necessarily wholeheartedly, because like you say, if I'm putting the job in you put on your best self, or you try to be your complete self with this person, because you don't want to scare them off, because some of your ways might be a turn off. So you kind of put up a little bit of a front. Some people put up a major front. They pretend to be this one way, and we find that they're totally different than what they show. So like it depends on the person. It's not like I'm not going to say I'm that way with everybody. I want to see how you are I want to kind of touch base on what Kenya said too, because like I agree, because I had someone that I knew that was dating somebody, and this person didn't know that they had a kid until they saw their kid with me, and they asked me whose kid is this? I'm like, oh, this so and so. They was like, what? And I was looking at them like, yeah, like what do you? And I looked at them like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What? And they looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, you didn't know that this was their kid? No, I didn't know I never knew they had one. How? Like, I was shocked. It happened. And that's why, and I agree with you, Ken. You got to kind of see how they are with kids. You got to see how they are around certain situations, because they put on this front, they are some way, and you want to see how they are in different situations. Right. You have to, like, so that way you can evaluate them and see. Like, and I understand, I get the point, because I had my daughter for the longest by herself. It was just me and her. So I get it, because you don't want them to see grade 2 and the daggone crew. You want them to meet people that you feel like, you know what, this might go somewhere. But I want to see how you are with her, because I need to know if you're going to be a contact. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that she's comfortable around you. She don't give me the red flags, make me think there's something shady with you. So I need to know, I need to know how you're going to be around her. And my daughter is good. So I know that if you feel some type of way about you, it's something I need to take note on and see what the problem is. Because I want her to be comfortable around you. I want her to be comfortable with you, but I want her to be. But I also want you to be comfortable with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Exactly.
And then you got some kids that don't want their parents dating at all, and they're just straight crazy, and just their parents let them do whatever, and they kind of turn people off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
No, go ahead. I was done.
Oh, okay. As far as the first impression, I agree. I'm leaning more towards what Teresa was saying, because there are times when there is a clear indication that the person you're talking to is not it. And it sometimes comes down to, speaking from a woman's standpoint, what we're looking for at that moment. There's times where, I've met friends, their spouses for the first time. And me knowing my friend, I'm trying to figure out how exactly the two of them are together, because they're total opposites. It's not someone that she would date. But then sometimes there's a bit of desperation there. It seems that the older women get, they don't want to be alone, so they begin to settle.
Yeah.
So there are sometimes very clear indications that the person you're talking to is not the person that you really want. But women have a tendency to believe, I can change him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In time, I can get him to be exactly what I want. Instead of listening to what he's telling you and paying attention to what he's showing you, he's going to answer every question you have if you simply pay attention to what he's doing.
Exactly.
Before you ask him. So, sometimes first impressions do last, but of course, like you said, Clint, there are other instances where we're trying so hard to just like, okay, I like him, I like her, so let me I don't want to introduce him to the crazy just yet. Everything's polished. Everything's rehearsed. It's like, all right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and everything's all good for the first 6 months, and then boom.
Shady.
Well, I didn't know she had that kind of attitude. I mean, she just flipped out. It's just weird. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the movie The Perfect Guy. I mean, he was everything.
No, I didn't.
All of a sudden, one night, she found out that he was extremely jealous, and it was like a switch went off. Simply because the guy was actually complimenting his car, but he thought that the guy was talking to his girlfriend. She went off, and he just completely went off. And it wasn't something that she had ever seen him do, nor thought he would do, and it scared her so much. She ended up getting a restraining order and all of those things. So a lot of times, people don't show you that side until after, and you're completely blindsided by that. So you have to take. I'm not saying that there's a certain amount of time that you have to take to get to know someone, but you have to take a realistic amount of time to get to know somebody. At least they're going on 2 dates, and it's like, oh yeah, we go together now. How does that sound?
I just think, I think it's a lot of fronting going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
on both sides, I think.
On both sides, yep.
Yeah, so I think, like, you know, for a man it's harder. You know what I mean? For ladies, you know what I mean, y'all get hit on. It's like, you know what I mean, y'all get hit on all the time. You know what I mean? So
some of it's not welcome.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure a lot of it isn't welcome.
Not welcome.
You know what I mean? But it's harder for men because, like, a man really got to be on point if he approaching a female of a certain, you know what I mean, of a certain level. You know what I mean? Like, so you see a female not just about her business, but she, you know what I mean, she intelligent, she cultured, you know what I mean, she family oriented and all that. You know what I mean? You got to approach her a certain way. You know what I mean? Even if your intentions are good and you have all, you know what I mean, you be like, man, I'll be perfect for her. You still got, everything got to be on point. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, y'all hard on us.
No, I don't necessarily.
Y'all are hard on men way more than men are on women.
No. I think that's the complete opposite, and here's why. I want to explain to you this right here. This is the difference between women and men when they're looking for somebody to date. The problem with women is we settle to a certain extent. We'll find a guy that has maybe 5 qualities we want, but he don't have the one thing that we really want him to have. But, you know, we think we'll work with him. One day he'll get it, and we're just going to encourage his ass to make it to where we want him to be. You guys are different because you guys date people. A woman can really break your heart. Like, when I'm talking about break your heart, like break you completely down. And at that point, all females are X, Y, Z. And when we go to date y'all, it's so hard to break y'all out of that because all women are like this because this person did this to you. Like y'all say us females do that, you guys do that. And we got to pay for what the female, because once one female can just crush y'all, it's like we all are evil. We all probably going to cheat on you. We all going to do whatever this person did. Like and guys say women do it. We do it, but y'all do it at a whole harsher thing. Like y'all can cheat and then like, oh, well, I just cheated. It wasn't nothing. If we cheat, oh, no. We the worst.
I mean, so that's more because first of all, as we all know, now I mean, little known secret, now I mean, men are way more sensitive than females.
Oh, we already knew that. Oh
yeah, like men are way. You won't get many men to admit that, but now I mean, men are way more. You could curve a dude back at elementary, you feel me, and he will remember. You will forget it, and he will remember that. Yeah, no, I mean. Sonny curved me back in the 6th grade when I was trying to get at her. She don't remember. Now she on me. I'm going to pay her back. Like, yeah, I agree with you. Dudes are like that. You know what I mean? Dudes are like that. But what I'm talking about as far as impressing y'all, you know what I mean? Getting y'all to see the good qualities in us, like, it's harder. It's harder for a man to get that, to receive that from y'all than it is from us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, me personally, I know friends that are hard. They have a list and they're going to stick to it. And I get it because you feel like, but see, here's the thing, because when women, most women, we work for what we have. It's actually really our own point with ourselves like that, whatever. But we have standards of what we want in a man. And we don't want to settle because we know what we have to offer. So, no, we don't want no average rinky-dink person. Like, some people want a fixer-upper. Sometimes we just don't want to fix people up. We want them to be who they are. For me, I want you to be who you are and own who you are and be about something that's going to better yourself. That's what I want. I don't want somebody that's out here doing the everyday thing that everyday dudes do around here. Like, come on, if I want that, I can go outside and find anybody. I want somebody that got something, that got a goal, that's doing something. You know?
All right.
So, some females do have a higher standard. Like, I know females that will find a dude. He got like a great job. He got this, that, and the third. But because the sneakers are last season, that's it. Like, what? Like, he had a job. That's number one. We excited about that. Like, wait a minute. Like, some females are harsh, but they know what they want. I mean, some guys are harsh. They want a girl to be this, that, and the third, this shape, this, that, and the third, be book smart, be team national, be this, be that, and make sure she got her own. But at the same time, some guys have an inferior product where she can't make more money than him because now he can't offer her nothing. You gotta, like, you know, it's like they want a girl that they can, like, some guys want girls they can take care of. They not necessarily that's too independent, or, you know.
Yeah, see,
you know, some guys can be harsh. They want the girl with the long hair, with the blah blah. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, like, but most of the time that's really just shallow things as far as men go. You know what I mean? Like, man is shallow, so we looking at, you know, what's more physical and stuff like that. You know what I mean? More exterior. So let me ask you a question.
I had with Buffy the Body, and she can't even move.
So let me ask you a question, Kenyon. How do you determine what? Know what I mean? Like, okay, say a dude approach you. How do you determine from the door that you'll get him a chance in hell?
For me, how a man approaches me means something to me. I don't like, because I don't carry myself as I guess what I would call just a runaway chick, or what, you know, the young people today are calling them basic or whatever. I don't carry myself in a way that would allow a man to approach me with the ayos and all and those kinds of things. I don't carry myself that way. So because I carry myself as a lady, you have to approach me that way. When men immediately approach me in a way that I think is, I don't want to say beneath me, but I just think it's inappropriate, I don't respond to that. The way a man approaches you will tell you quite a bit about him.
Yes.
And if he can't approach you as a man, then I personally wouldn't give him the time of day.
Hello,
I don't want the AOs, and I don't want the, because I've never been into street beef, ever.
Okay.
It's just not. I'm not. You know, I can't.
Okay. Hello. How you doing?
And that is exactly how you should approach a lady. Not
no
what you about to get into. You know, me and my boys. That's your business. I don't even know any of those things. You know, or so even if you're in a club and a guy wants to buy you a drink. What I don't like, here's what I don't like, and I get that it's a good gesture. For a guy to buy me a drink, give it to the bartender, and then bring it to me and say, oh, the gentleman at the bar bought you this drink. I see this happen all the time, but I also know that people get things tipped in their drink. Never. Yes. Don't send me a drink. I don't even know who you are, for one. You know, so even though they may mean it as a good gesture, I wouldn't say that's not gentleman-like. I just think for the scene, it's inappropriate. There's too much going on.
Go ahead.
But that's just me.
Okay. Sonny?
I'm mean, so people don't approach me. I have that face where people don't want to talk to me because I look mean. I get the inbox on Facebook. Hi, I saw you downtown today. You must work down there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hi, not interested, moving right along. Because, for one, if you're not man enough to approach me, I don't want to talk to you. Because, like, what? I mean, I get it. I'm first of all, if I'm ever downtown and I work, like, further down, but if I walk up into town and I'm downtown, I'm in the middle of handling business. I don't go downtown to socialize or hang out or just go talk to people. I have something to do. So don't inbox me and on Facebook, hey, I saw you downtown. Like, to me, that's childish, and I don't want to talk to you. Like, that's pretty much how I feel. And, like, all that, yo, shorty, blah, 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 no. Like, no. Like, don't, first of all, I'm grown. I may be a little bit small. I may be short, but no, that's not my name. You know? Like, I have a name. Say something, you know, hello, excuse me, something. Don't walk up, don't inbox me on Facebook. I think that's cowardly. I don't want to talk to you because you weren't man enough to approach me. Like, and then I'm one of the people that if I think a guy's cute, I'm going to approach you. Excuse me, hello, how are you? I'm probably gonna make you laugh and say something silly, and I'm gonna, that's normal me though, and I'll pick you up. But some guys get intimidated by that, so I don't know. I actually
like that. I'm not afraid to approach a female, but I actually like it. It makes me more interested when the female approaches me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't an ego thing or nothing. It don't got nothing to do with stroking my ego or nothing. It's more so about her.
Yeah.
Because that takes confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like it's hard to get rejected.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's for a female to approach you, not knowing
if you gonna say
this. Yeah, like if you gonna shoot her down to me, because that's how y'all women are. Y'all shoot a dude down before he even get hello out his mouth. You know what I mean? For real. Y'all shut a dude down real quick before he even get hello. How you know? I'm not interested. I got a boyfriend. Bye. You know what I mean? Excuse me. You know what I mean? Y'all shut it down real quick. So when a female got enough confidence, you know what I mean, to approach me like that, automatically I'm going to have a conversation with her.
Yeah, and it's crazy because me and my son's father, we met, and according to him, I begged him for his number. Anybody that knows me know that never happened. But, it was funny because I happened to get off work. He happened to be coming from Mercer County, and I got on the bus. I got all the way in the back and come over and get my headphones on. He kept looking at me. So I was like, okay, so I look mean. Maybe he don't want to approach me, so I'm going to approach him. We got off the bus, and we was walking in the same direction. So I turned around and said, are you following me? And he was like, what? He kind of backed off and looked at me like, why would you say that? Like, cause, not that he was walking close, but, we were walking the same way. So I jokingly said it to him. And then he was like, no, why do you think I'm following him? I'm like, because I'm walking the same way you're walking, and you might as well walk together. And he was like, oh, okay. And we walked together. But let him tell it. I begged him for his number, and I blah, blah, blah. And I was checking him out. I said, if I was checking you out, you were looking at me at the back of the bus. Like, you were cute. I looked at you, too. But I figured you weren't going to approach me because I looked mean, so I figured I'd approach you. And we exchanged numbers, the rest is history. But, I don't have a problem with approaching guys. If I think you're cute enough, I'm going to approach you. And I know I'm mean, so sometimes I step out of my mean comfort zone and be nice and say, hey, I think you're cute too. I saw you check me out. Let's check each other out together. Whatever, But we are mean.
Would you approach somebody?
I don't think she's here. I got to call her back. Hold on. And we're about to lose the call, so hold on.
Yeah, I think it's cute when a female approaches a man. Because it's hard out here. We definitely need more people to call in. We love your opinions.
I didn't get it, but we got a couple minutes to wrap up the show. So I'm hoping she calls back. But I just want to say, guys, thank you for listening. This has been an interesting conversation all around. Jabril, we really missed you. Clint, this was a great topic. This is a really great topic. And I'm pretty sure we'll come back here again because there's so much we could talk about, right?
Yes, we could go on for days about this, about, the relationships between men and women.
Yeah, and I want to run this by you. I got a question on Twitter from someone, and they wanted to know, this is kind of a little bit off topic, but whatever. It said whether dudes feel some type of way when a woman only wants sex. So if you were dating a female or seeing a female, and that's all she wanted from you, would you feel some type of way like she was just using you?
Nah, because not at all. That'd be just the nature of the relationship. That'd be understood from the beginning. Like I said, communication is everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if we had that conversation from the beginning and let it be known what it is and what it's going to be, well, then, all right, it's up to me to make that choice. So if I choose to go through with it, I can't feel no type of way. She can't feel no type of way. Only issue coming is if one of the parties start catching feelings.
Yeah.
And that's the only time, you feel me, like you can feel some type of way is if you feel some type of way for that person. But when it gets to that point, you already knew from the door what it was. So, you might as well just walk away.
All right. Well, thank you for answering that question. It was one of my Twitter friends. Doc is at Doc_215. We answered your question. So hopefully you're listening in. But, we're going to wrap this up, Clint, because it's we got a couple more minutes before it shuts us off. So just want to say good night to everyone. Thank you for listening. Clint, you want to say any last words?
Yes, I appreciate all the listeners out there. Continue listening. Next week we'll have an even better topic, and hopefully y'all will call in and join us.
All right, thank you guys, and you guys have a good night. Clint, stay on the line.
All right.